Retirement Fund Board Chairman Joe T. St. Augustine says retirees who were awarded a cost of living allowance or COLA feel they are being put on the back burner of the government's priorities. St. Augustine says Governor Felix Camacho shouldn't be tapping into the $246 million municipal bond meant for COLA, tax refund payments, and other obligations to pay for the $20 million needed to begin closing the Ordot dump. While he says the legislature authorized the municipal bond earlier this year, St. Augustine feels senators should have looked at a revenue bond to pay for the dump before they approved the current fiscal year budget.
They're using the retiree as a sacrificial lamb for their inactivity, for the fact that they should have done that knowing in federal receivership in March, this is now November. There was no concrete legislation to create an authority to issue revenue bond.
We're talking about using $20 million out.
In hindsight, Senator Jim Espaldon believes maybe they should have looked into the revenue bond option earlier, but he says there wasn't much engagement with lawmakers and the solid waste receiver on dump finances to begin with.
We weren't really sure at that point in time. We've only found out in terms of what the real requirements were in this past status hearing in October. And even the $20 million that they brought up, and that was news to me and news to all of us, and they could have given us a little heads up, but the receivers did not.
Nevertheless, the board chair says he still questions the priority of the governor and senators, and while time is of the essence to close the Ordot landfill, he reminds the island's leaders that retirees don't have much time to live. He wants the borrowing of the municipal and revenue bonds kept separately, especially since the solid waste receiver did their research.
I'm pretty sure that the receivership people did their homework. They know, they anticipate the revenue is going to come, what needs to be done, and that's why they're talking about raising the fees, you notice that. And they're also talking about getting the military to participate, so that to participate in paying. If you concentrate the landfill to service both military and the civilian community, it should be able to pay itself.
Espaldon agrees with St. Augustine on borrowing from two separate sources. However, he thinks the island community should be worried about the side effects of paying off this debt.
What we need to have to really be concerned with, right, is that even if we do give, and we should, because it's our obligation to give back the tax refunds, to give back to pay off the COLA, but after all that money is distributed, we're all going to see a rise in the cost of living. May come in the form of tax increases. And again, that bothers me.
Espaldon understands everyone is hurting financially, but he believes Governor Felix Camacho is simply waiting for the right time to enter the bond market, which is for the best interests of everyone. Josh Tukenko, PNC News.